Here's a line that may sting a little. Humility has killed more life goals than ego ever has. We've been taught that humility is a virtue, that staying small, quiet, and modest is the way to live a good life. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. False humility, the kind that keeps you shrinking so others don't judge you, has destroyed more dreams than ego ever would. You don't need to apologize for your big ideas or big vision. You need to chase them, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Because the moment you dim yourself to be humble, you hand your power away to others. Welcome back to Spark and Hustle, unleashing success in business life and beyond. I'm your host, Puneet. Today we're talking about the dangerous side of humility and why it quietly kills more life goals than ego. We'll unpack why humility is often a mask for fear, why ego isn't always the enemy, and why you must allow yourself to hold a bold vision that others may call arrogant. This episode is about reclaiming permission to want more and refusing to let the fear of judgment keep you small. Let's start with where it comes from. Most of us grew up being told, don't brag, don't show off, be humble. But here's what happens. Humility becomes confused with invisibility. Instead of being gracious, we become silent. Instead of being grounded, we shrink. Psychologists call this self-silencing, a behavior pattern where people hide their desires, goals, or voice to avoid conflict or judgment. And over time, that silence erodes not just ambition, but identity. Humility in its pure form is beautiful, but false humility, staying small so others feel safe, kills possibility. We demonize ego. We're told ego ruins relationships, destroys careers, blinds leaders, and sometimes, yes, it does. But ego also builds. Ego drives athletes to push past limits. Ego pushes innovators to believe they can change the world. Ego dares leaders to say, I see visions others can't. The key isn't to kill ego, it's to channel it, to use ego as fuel. Out of control, it burns everything down. Directed, it powers rockets. So when someone says your big dream sounds ego-driven, remember, every breakthrough in history looked arrogant until it worked. Here's the hidden cost of false humility. You censor your own ideas before the world ever hears them. You lower your goals to avoid standing out. Your fear of judgment overrides the possibility of winning. Research in behavioral psychology shows that fear of social rejection is one of the strongest inhibitors of ambition. Humility becomes the socially acceptable cover for that fear. So ask yourself, how many times have you called it being humble when really it was fear of being seen too big? What actually drives transformation is vision. Big, bold, unapologetic vision. Think of the people who changed industries, movements, or even families. They weren't humble in their vision. They dared to say, I want more, I see more, I will build more. And yes, it made others judge them. Vision always does. But here's the truth. People will judge you no matter what. Small dreams get judged. Big dreams get judged. The difference is big dreams change lives. Yours as well as the others that get influenced by your big vision and big execution on your ideas. So how do we avoid arrogance while refusing to shrink? Here's a framework. Stay grounded in gratitude. Remember the people and experiences that shaped you. Hold your vision unapologetically. Don't downgrade your life goals to fit others' comfort. Use ego as fuel, not a weapon. Drive yourself forward without crushing others. Replace false humility with authentic service. Let your success expand others, not shrink them. This is humility redefined, not shrinking, but shining so brightly that others can find their own light. Let's get tactical. Here are practices to build courage against false humility. First one, write down your boldest vision and say it out loud daily. Surround yourself with people who celebrate ambition, not shame it. Practice micro bravery. Speak up in meetings. Share your ideas. Claim your wins. Reframe judgment. When someone calls you too ambitious, translate it as, I see your power and it scares me. Your vision is not arrogance. It's evidence that you refuse to settle. So here's the mantra. Humility has killed more life goals than ego ever has. You need that big vision. You need the dream that scares you and even maybe intimidates others. Because playing small is not noble, it's neglect. And letting humility become your cage is the surest way to die with your goals still inside you. Here's a book recommendation, The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. This book is a classic on the power of vision. Schwartz shows that success is less about intelligence or talent and more about the size of your thinking. By daring to think bigger, you create the conditions for greater achievement. This book argues that shrinking your goals doesn't make you more moral, it makes you less impactful. It's a really cool one. Here's a couple of quotes from this book that I truly enjoyed. Believe it can be done. When you believe something can be done, really believe, your mind will find the ways to do it. The second one, big thinkers are specialists in creating positive, forward-looking, optimistic pictures of their own minds and in the minds of others. Thank you for tuning in to Spark and Hustle. If this episode lit a fire in you, share it with someone who's been told to stay humble, stay bold, stay soft, and keep going.